in a faraway land, hidden between white mountains and endless snow. There was a small village where winter ruled most of the year. The sun appeared rarely, and warmth was a luxury. In that village, a boy named Ion was born into extreme poverty. From the moment he opened his eyes, life tested him with cold nights, empty stomachs, and silent tears. Ion's house was small and weak. The roof leaked when snow melted, and the walls could not stop the icy wind. Every night, his mother would wrap old blankets around him and his sister, whispering prayers instead of bedtime stories. His father worked as a laborer, but work was never guaranteed. Some days, he returned home with food. Many days, he returned with nothing but tired eyes. Ion learned early that crying did not change reality, so he became quiet. Not weak, quiet. He observed life carefully. He watched his parents sacrifice everything without complaint. That silence became his first teacher. Every morning, before the sky turned light, Ion helped his father shovel snow from roads and shops. His hands burned from the cold, his shoes were broken, and water entered them with every step. Yet, after finishing work, he walked miles to school. School was the only place where he felt warm, not because of heaters, but because of hope. Other children laughed at his clothes and his accent. Some teachers ignored him because he looked poor. But Ion listened more than he spoke. He believed that one day people would listen to him. At night, while the village slept, Ion studied under a flickering oil lamp. Sometimes the flame went out, but his determination did not. When his fingers froze, he placed them near his heart and told himself, "This pain is temporary. My dream is permanent." Years passed, and life became harder. His father fell ill and could no longer work. His mother's hands trembled from sewing all day. Ion became the provider while still being a student. He worked during the day, studied at night, and slept very little. Many times, he felt tired. Many times he felt lost, but he never stopped moving. There were nights when hunger felt stronger than hope. On those nights, Ion looked at the sky and asked himself one question. If I give up today, what kind of future will I create tomorrow? That question always gave him strength. One winter, Ion failed an important exam. That night, he sat alone in the snow, staring at his hands. For the first time, tears fell. Not because he failed, but because he was afraid of becoming nothing. But instead of giving up, he stood up. He wiped his tears and promised himself that failure would become his teacher, not his enemy. The next year, Ion worked harder than ever. He studied from borrowed books, learned from free resources, and asked questions without fear. His silence was now filled with purpose. That year, he earned a scholarship to study in the city. Leaving his village was painful. His mother cried silently. His sister hugged him tightly. Ion carried their hopes with him. City life was not easy. The buildings were tall, but loneliness was taller. He lived in a small room, worked part-time, and often skipped meals. Many nights, he questioned himself. But then he remembered the frozen village, and he moved forward. Rejection came again and again. Job interviews failed. People judged him by his background. But Ion remembered one truth: rejection is not refusal, it is redirection. Slowly, his efforts began to show results. He completed his education with excellence. He got a job. Later, he started a small business using skills he learned through struggle. That small business grew, not because of luck, but because of patience. Years later, Ion returned to his village. The snow was still there, but poverty was not. He built proper houses, a school, and a small hospital. Children now walked to school with warm shoes and bright smiles. Standing there, Ion realized something powerful. His success did not come from shouting dreams. It came from quiet discipline. He smiled and whispered to himself, "I was poor, cold, and alone, but I was never hopeless." And if you are listening to this today, Remember, your situation does not define you. Your silence can be your strength. Your patience can build your future.